and welcome back to another video. Still at uni, still trying to figure out what I'm doing with the backdrop. I'm not 100% sure, still not growing out my fringe properly yet, but I suppose it's time for the big update video. I don't really know where I'm starting with this one. I had a riding lesson a couple of weeks back and I got on and something just wasn't right. And what I thought was going to just be a you need to stretch it out turned into a life-changing diagnosis that I wasn't expecting. So yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm going to start today, is what that diagnosis was. So they think it's sciatica, which would be fine because I know how to cope with that, I know how to manage that, I know how to process that. But then they said there's a high chance it could be fractures, and that's more scary. So last time I fractured my pelvis, I was out of action for, I think it was the best part of 4 years in the end, because I was fragile and I didn't want to re-break it. So, you know, I've thoroughly enjoyed the last couple of years, you know, being back in the saddle, being able to do everything I used to be able to do. So the idea of being broken again scares me slightly. I also have hypermobility syndrome, which means all my joints are over bendy, basically. I don't know what the technical term is, but they're hypermobile, so extra mobile. So I get a lot of joint pain, and I have a scoliosis, so my back's already dodgy. And basically the GP said if I carry on the way I'm going, I would be bound in a wheelchair by 40, and I'm 20, so that's really scary, because that's not that far away, you know. That I don't want to find out at 20 that I'm halfway through my life already, so that was a lot to comprehend and take in. That leaves the inevitable question of what do I do next? So I'm currently waiting for a referral from the musculoskeletal team, which will be x-rays, MRIs, poked and prodded by more specialists to find out what needs to happen. You know, is my spine getting worse? Does it need pinning? Do I need to see a specialist physio? Do I need to, you know, change my pain medications? At the moment, I've agreed to not ride for 3 months. I said, oh, you know, I'll take a week off, and the GP looked me dead in the eyes and went, you're not getting back on until at least Christmas, and that was hard. So then that kind of leaves the big question of what about the horses, because I now can't handle River. I'm not strong enough. I'm now too fragile, because if he throws me again, you know, he'd massively hurt me, and obviously they're still concerned about my leg from when he kicked me back in March. So unfortunately this is, you know, what happens when you own a big strong-willed thoroughbred. So he's currently due to off to go and live with Julia, who's one of my other friends, because Sam can't have him anymore either, because he's getting too dangerous for her to have. And we're kind of at this horrible crossroads of not knowing what to do. So my health's deteriorating, his behaviour's getting exacerbated, and there's not really a straightforward option. So I don't really know what the future's going to hold for him, and there is talks of, if he carries on getting worse, putting him to sleep, because it would be the kindest option, which is really hard because he's only 16, which I say only 16. It's old, I know, but thoroughbreds live a lot longer these days, so there's a lot to consider, a lot to take in, and I'm not really sure what's going on. Definitely didn't think I'd be making these sorts of decisions during my 3rd year of uni. I thought I'd have a lot longer to consider, you know, my health and his health, because I was always under the impression that my back would improve and that I would get better and that he would calm down with age, you know, he'd mellow. Neither of us have done. So at the moment we're waiting to see how he settles at his new yard, how my test results come back, because obviously I can worry all I like, but until we have the solid results from the x-rays and the MRIs and the specialists, there's nothing I can do, and we're kind of just waiting things out. So I guess that's kind of the main points from the big update. B is staying with Sam. Sam's going to try and break her as a lead rein pony for our other friend Sam's nieces. But I think that's kind of all the main points at the moment, I'm afraid. It's not. So for now, that's kind of all the news I have. I'm now not heading home every half term. I just can't afford to this year. Train prices are extortionate at the moment, even with a rail card. So I'm currently trying to organise everything from my uni room, which is really, really hard because I want to go home and cuddle my ponies and tell them it's not their fault, you know, tell them that I love them, but I can't. So I'm going to try and get some footage when I go to the yard with team. I'm still going down to cuddle ponies each week because it's good for my mental health. And that's kind of where we're at. So I'm going to continue trying to do YouTube and Instagram and all my usual work from home, and fingers crossed, you know, people are still going to want to work with me. But yeah, whilst I'm but that's kind of my life update at the moment. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and turn your notifications on so you get notified every time I upload. I'm trying to upload once a week, but you know, I'm doing a very content heavy degree. I'm doing primary education. I'm about to go out on placement, and obviously my back is failing me as well as my general health. So yeah, that's kind of everything from me. If you've got any questions, leave them down below, and as always my links are in the bio, as are my discount codes and everything. So bye guys.